Big Biz Show continues live from the Loft 100 studios. Wherever you're watching, wherever you are listening, we always appreciate you hanging out with us, learning about business. Yes, we are up in your biz. Day Trader Trio is always up in our biz as well. So lucky to have them along for each and every show. Of course, back here at the bar, it is Costa. It is Marybert Godwin.
We're missing someone.
Boom. Sully had to step out. I think he
got sick of us.
He doesn't he always? I know this is one of your favorite guests because you are a social media maven. Corey Perlman, social media keynote speaker, owner of Impact Social Media Incorporated, CoreyPerlman.com, ImpactSocialMedia.com. He is back with us here on the Big Biz Show. Corey, normally we talk about, this is a trend in social media, and this is fun, and this is crazy, and this is new. But based on what is going on south of the border in Mexico, what sort of part is social media, I guess, playing in it? And are there good things coming out of it, or are there some mistakes being made?
Yeah, great to see you both again. I definitely think there's some good and some bad. I think that nowadays people go to social media before they go to press releases or websites or news media even. That's where I found out about it. And there's an opportunity. I have a friend who's over there right now, and he's live streaming, and he's really telling us what's happening from his perspective. That's Jay, yeah.
I follow him too.
Oh, wow. Small world, Jay Bear. Yeah. So everything seems to be good for him right now. But I think that, hearing his take, especially somebody I value and trust, certainly tells me what's really happening there versus hearing it through a lens of a news media or something like that.
Well, so it's interesting because everyday people that are caught at the airport or caught somewhere, and they're live streaming messages to their family also. Yeah. And I actually was just watching the morning show, the TV show, and they had something similar happen on that TV show. I forget even what the circumstance was, like an airplane crash or something. But there's no way for brands or the government or anyone, news stations, to control what the individuals are doing. So they have to kind of get on board with it and I guess embrace it, right? And work with it, work with the people.
Yeah, one of my little tidbits that I tell brands is, if it's not part of your story, don't share the story, kind of thing, because I've seen more negative than good. I remember something that's burned in my brain for a decade now is when the bombing happened at the Boston Marathon, and there was a brand that was pre-publishing posts. They had scheduled out posts, and one of their posts was a reference to a bomb sale of some kind. And as you can imagine, it bombed for many different reasons. And so it was a reminder for me forever that you have to be so careful in times of sensitivity about what you're posting on social media.
Corey Perlman, social media keynote speaker, owner of Impact Social Media Incorporated. Corey, and to your point about, you're getting your information from a trusted friend, a source south of the border, as we watch, the havoc and the death and what the cartels are doing down there. But so much now, now part of my thought process within the first 10 seconds of either being on social media or reading something or a text is like, okay, is this fake? Is this AI? Yep. Or is it real? How big of a linchpin is that?
I think it's a big linchpin. I think it's something that you got to be really careful with, and always be, suspect, I think, which is good. I think about this with emails coming in nowadays and whether or not our spam senses are on. It's like a sixth sense. You need to have an AI sense as well. So feel free to verify your sources, check different places. I think very quickly you can figure out if it's real or fake. And I think that's only going to get better over time.
Corey, I want to go back to what you were saying about businesses, posting the thing they shouldn't have, because that happened a lot. It happens with brands because they schedule their posts sometimes 3 weeks in advance. So it is important for businesses to be in the moment. It's like you got to walk a fine line, right, between being up on your, time savvy with being able to chunk out your content calendar, but then also being in the moment with what's going on. Now, what about brands who may want to not hop on the bandwagon of something happening, but maybe change their strategy. It's like they kind of need to be able to turn on a dime and change their strategy, take down the scheduled posts, and then maybe think about something new,
a different type of message.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah, I mean, you as much as you have to be careful about screwing up a post, you can also really double down on something that can do really well, if you will, with regards to engagement and letting your audience know, your values, and checking in on people and sharing a positive message and keeping people calm. Things like that, I think, are all positive things for a brand that they can do during times of chaos. So there's opportunity in there. You just got to be so careful about not saying something or overstepping, which can get you in trouble.
Corey, do companies now have to, you hire a social media team, or they come to you, they come to Impact Social Media and say, Corey, help us out. We need to do this. We want to, this is the goal that we have as far as our social media is concerned. But it almost seems that you almost have to hire now somebody who is just literally a gatekeeper to keep track of what you have scheduled, what you have going out, and as Mary just alluded to, what needs to be changed on a fly, because we get so caught up in, we've got to get this message out, we got to get on top of this, but no one's kind of minding the store about, oh, wait a second, the bombshell social media blast already went out.
Right. Yeah, that's why having a team is great if you can, and if not, I would just be very aware of your scheduled posts and keep, like you said, keep an eye on the store. And things like, when it's our Thanksgiving and you have a Canadian representation, don't just say Happy Thanksgiving, or if it's President's Day and, whatever, we have the State of the Union coming up tonight, just be careful, and just be aware of what you got going out on social. So
don't send out the Happy State of the Union address sale.
Yeah.
If you're
Some people might want to do that. Now, with AI, and being careful, I feel like there's a button you're supposed to push if it is AI generated, but are people really doing that? And are you seeing maybe a move towards users being able to push a button or tell somehow if something is AI generated? Could we be moving towards that, or I hope?
I think so. I've been noticing on my feed that there's a little icon at the bottom that kind of gives away if it's completely AI generated.
Yeah.
And I know that the platforms are trying to do that, I think. So there's hopefully will be some help out there. But, the way I've been looking at it these days, Mary, is if it's, I saw one, yesterday where it was an alligator jumping up in Naples and attacking a dog. It's like, oh, wait, that's just stupid. Come on. That's too
I
good
get
to be
suckered
true.
in. I can't even tell you all the reels I send to my kids. And they write back, Mom, AI. And I'm like, oh, dang it. Rihanna's not going on concert with, Pink. I really thought that was a thing.
Rihanna did not get eaten by an alligator.
Exactly, in Naples.
Well,
I'm a sucker.
One of the things, and Corey, always appreciate the time, brother, but one of the things that I really hate is the fact that it's like somebody kicking a dog or something like that, and it gets you fired up, and you want to strangle somebody, and then you're like, calm down.
No.
It's AI. And Corey, that is that roller coaster that social media takes us through. Corey Perlman, social media keynote speaker, owner of Impact Social Media Inc., CoreyPerlman.com and ImpactSocialMedia.com. Corey, as always, appreciate your time. We will have you on again soon for sure. All right, keep it here. Much more to come with the Big Biz Show. Don't go anywhere.